Keeravani, the composer, sang out his thanks in tune with Carpenter's immortal song, Top of the World. Let's listen in to that acceptance speech that warmed the hearts of the audience.
The Oscar. There was only one wish on my mind. So was Rajamouli's and my family's. RRR has to win, pride of every Indian, and must put me on the top of the world. Thank you, Kartikeya and Variance Films for making this possible. Love you all. Thank you. Namaste.
The 2023 Academy Awards night turned out to be quite an eventful one for India. Guneet Monga and Kartiki Gonsalves and their team bagged the Oscar for the Best Short Documentary for The Elephant Whisperers. This film also made history as it was the first Indian production film to ever win an Oscar. What also marks this achievement is that Indian women filmmakers stormed into the global stage, charming the way with a soulful short film, which, to use the director's words, is a testament to the sacred bond between us and the animal world and the respect for indigenous communities. Let's listen in to the makers of The Elephant Whisperers.
Thank you to the Academy for recognizing our film, highlighting indigenous people and animals, to Netflix for believing in the power of this film, to Bowman Belly and for sharing their sacred tribal wisdom, to Guneet, my producer, and Sikya, to Douglas Blush, my mentor, and my entire team, and finally to my mother, father, and sister who are up there somewhere, and you are the center of my universe, to my motherland, India.
What a moment that was for many out there, isn't it, Ajay Govind?
Absolutely. And who better than Guneet to do it for us? Guneet has been there before. She has done some phenomenal work, which has been celebrated in festivals across the world. And now on this big platform, for her to finally get there again. And of course, as far as the filmmaker is concerned, a lot of people don't realize that we're talking about winning an Oscar in 2023. But the journey of making this film for Kartiki began about 5 years ago. The film released last year, so she's been making this film for over 5 years. And that kind of commitment for it to be celebrated, for two women to come together, create this magic, and for it to be celebrated is indeed very, very special.
We are running, India's Oscar journey also for our audience to see that prior to this, of course, 1983, when we won Best Costume Design, Bhanu Athaiya for Gandhi. That was followed by an honorary award for Satyajit Ray in 1992. Then all the way in 2009, let's not forget also to put in a word for the other big Oscar newsmakers. Glass ceilings were shattered at the Oscars as Michelle Yeoh won the Best Actress award, becoming not only the first Asian actress, but also the second woman of color to win a Best Actress Oscar. Meanwhile, Ruth E. Carter won the Best Costume Design Award for Wakanda Forever, becoming the first African woman to win multiple Oscars in any category. Carter took home award for the Best Costume Design for Marvel sequel, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Carter also won in 2018 for Black Panther, which made her the first African American to win in this category. So Ajay Govind, among the other big wins, what exactly would you say is significant? We know that a spree of awards for everything, everywhere, all at once. That culminated as Michelle Yeoh's Tara was declared the Best Picture at the 95th Academy Awards. Then the sci-fi adventure film, which is about this Chinese-American family's battle against a dimension-hopping supervillain, from what we understand. But your take on the other big wins, and like I said, again, extremely inclusive this time, and highly representative, I must say, of different cultures and people of color, actors of color as well.
Absolutely. And I do think that going forward from here, year after year, we'll hear Oscars doing more firsts. And there were, like you said, a bunch of firsts, especially Michelle Yeoh's performance, the film itself, Everything Everywhere. I think there were a lot of people rooting for that film, just like there were a lot of people rooting for Naatu Naatu to win. I think there were a lot of audiences globally that had watched this phenomenal piece of work and were blown away with just how amazing and how imaginative it was. And I think in that sense, it also, to an audience, it doesn't really matter if it's an Asian actor or if it's an Asian story. It's the story that connects. It's the story that sort of, and that's what cinema does, right? It all sort of brings us all together. And I think there are a lot of people who would be celebrating not just the two Indian wins.
Let's in fact quickly bring you up to speed with